There are so many ways to get a mortgage. Which model is best for me?
Let's do some straight talk. Let's dig in. Hi everybody, I'm Greg with the Cowart Team Home Loans.
And my name is Jessie with the Cowart Team Home Loans.
You know, there's a lot of ways to get a mortgage, but in the end, probably 95% of mortgages are the same 5 loans.
Yeah. I'm gonna start with the one that I think everybody knows the most. It's, all right, I'm gonna get a mortgage. I need to go to my bank. Let's go to the bank and get a mortgage.
That's where I do my checking.
Yeah.
It's a brand I know.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time.
Yeah. But I don't know, mortgage is a big deal and not something that we do all the time. I don't know that I want to use a bank. They do so many things.
But I think the number one thing about a bank is oftentimes they're not creative. They oftentimes have people who are working there because of the brand, not because of their skill set. So I think sometimes people we know who are in the industry who work in a bank may be some of the slower moving, maybe less creative folks.
Yeah, and you mentioned the 9 to 5. So with the bank, you have to call the number, you go to a rep, there might be different people helping you. You're there for the bank name.
Yes.
And in that case, that's limiting you to having to buy a house between the hours of 9 to 5 and waiting on hold. And this isn't buying a pair of shoes or buying a car, this is buying a house. This is live real estate and humans, so it might not be within those hours.
It's very fast moving, buying a house, mortgage, and it's also very emotional. And we know that 70% of contracts are written at nights and on weekends, and that's when these places aren't open. So, I think although you get the brand, I don't know if you get the departmentalization and the bureaucracy, the banker's hours, and I think that may be a downside to using a bank.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Next, I'll go ahead and call this the rocket ship.
All right.
Otherwise, we call this a call center. This is where you're calling in and someone's answering the phone. You don't really know where they are. Florida. Cleveland, Arizona.
In their basement.
Yeah, these are people who oftentimes are reading off scripts. These are people who've gone through coaching. These are people who may have been in the business for 10 years, but they may have been in the business for 3 months. Like a bank, you're not getting the person, you're getting the brand.
Yeah, the big name. And this is also call center. Also, if you currently own a home, then you might know them as like your servicer.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
Mr. Cooper or Flagstar,
New-Res.
yes. And servicers oftentimes want to service or take your mortgage payment so they can call you when you want to buy a new home. And just like a bank, you're familiar with them. I think a concern I have on call centers is, again, the person you start with may not be the person you're with all the way through. You also get that phone loop of pushing 7, but if you need the underwriting department, and I know that frustrates me.
I can't, yeah. It's very transactional. This isn't a human relationship. At least with a small bank, you can have maybe some relationship there.
Yeah.
Call center, with your servicer, it's very transactional. Their motivation is to keep your loan.
All right, let's go broker. This is one that a lot of people don't know about. What's a broker?
Yeah, a broker this is going to be someone who is truly running their own mortgage business and delivering this product through investors that they work with. So they own their mortgage, that they really run this mortgage business, but they're using products that they really have no control over because they're working through another investor.
Yeah, they're a middleman or a middlewoman, if you will, and they're going around and saying, I'll do a loan through you, I'll do a loan through you, and they're coordinating on your behalf.
Yeah,
what are the negatives?
Coordinating on your behalf, that's a good way to say it. As a team, we don't have to work in the model, we choose to.
Yeah.
We've looked into broker, and there's so many moving pieces, it's so hard that we felt like we would be distracted.
Yeah, I don't mind the broker model. I think sometimes you can deliver a lower cost product. You also could do more of a variety of loans, especially some of the weird types of loans brokers could do maybe more of. But I think the lack of control about the fact that in our model, we know everybody. Like, we've been there for 9 years, we can make things happen. But when you're dealing with some place out in New Mexico, it's hard to make things happen. I think the broker model is more likely to deliver a non-on-time closing and maybe more surprises along the way. But unless you need a niche product that, like, our model doesn't have, I just don't know if the broker route is worth the slightly lower interest rate if you get one. We've looked into it, and it's really not much different than what we offer. True?
Yeah, it was very similar, except for we would have to spend about 35% more of our time
running the
things
business
that aren't helping clients.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go with my least favorite, which we do see, which is the discount model. I mean, we're in an Amazon culture. Let's make mortgage quick. The discount model is really flashy. They show low numbers. But what you don't know is we're seeing more and more of this being offshored, where the majority of your loans not being done even by someone in the United States. This really comes at a cost. You're doing most of the work.
Yes, but this isn't buying clothes or toys. This is your house. It is not the place to go discount. You don't even go discount on your toilet paper. But everybody has their thing. You don't go discount on a mortgage. It is not worth it. You don't cut corners on a house.
Now, when to go discount? I mean, if you're the world's simplest person, you have simple income, you're putting down 40%, you don't need any help, you're a self-service person, you care about a little difference in price, and nothing goes wrong in your transaction, you got a shot.
Yeah, so you're kind of like, you're going to control it anyway. So maybe you're kind of type A, but you also don't really care if you close on time.
And
you don't
you're
really
easy,
care if your offer
and you
gets
don't want
accepted.
service.
Yeah.
Yeah, on buying a house, it's complex. Things go wrong, and there's also a lot of lack of advice here, and a lack of being able to coordinate when things do come up, which they invariably do. So what is your model? Why do you do it in your
value? We are the best of all the worlds. With our model, we kind of similar to part of the positive of a broker, we do run our own team. We run our own business. However, we plug into our mothership, an FM Lending, a correspondent lender, where they handle underwriting, closing, all that.
Yeah, we have the same underwriter. We know her. We've traveled with her. Same too. We have her cell phone. We've worked with her for years and years and years. We've been with the company for a long time. We know the president. The company's, I think, the 14th largest mortgage company in the US. But really, it's control. Everyone that you're going to deal with, we've hired. We pay their salary. We control the team. We own our building. And really, we can broker if we need to.
We do have broker outlets.
But for the majority of the easy loans, we take care of them ourselves. And I think the other thing you get is that we only do mortgages. We don't do investments.
Checking, savings, accounts, and auto loans. We wake up every day, and I wouldn't even say we wake up every day and do mortgages. We wake up every day and help people buy homes and grow in their
and the mortgage
financial health.
Is what we do. Yeah. So we partner with your agent, and we kind of work together, and we really coordinate a lot of the pieces for you, which I don't think you get at some of these other models.
So this approach allows us to be full service, white glove, here for you type of service, where we're all in. We're on a team together. We're relational, not transactional. Yeah. So we're here as counselors and advisors to help you with home buying and home financing from the time we first are introduced through forever. I mean, even once the home closes, this model allows us to keep in touch. Both worlds of being a small business and having kind of the big company to have products and competitive terms and not have to be distracted, because we have to focus on that kind of stuff, but we can focus on helping. Yeah. You aren't sacrificing to have this much higher rate, but you are getting full service. We're compassionate and we care. We're here for you. And with this kind of full service, we're going to help you win on a home you love. We're gonna set you up for financial success.
Yeah, that's good. And I think the proof source is the Google reviews. Go check us out online. You can see some of our testimonials. Been here for a long time. How many years you been doing this?
14.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 23. So we'd love to have a conversation. I hope this was helpful. Not every model's right for everybody. We're very confident in ours. We feel like it's at least right for 6 or 7 out of 10 people, and we hope this was helpful. There's a lot of ways to get a mortgage. What's right for you?